I'm pretty cynical about love at the moment. I'll tell you why, Stockholm. Pretty cynical. I just split up with my partner. I split up about a year ago. I split up with my partner 14 years, ladies and gentlemen. That's a long time, right? 14 years. And I feel a number of things. Heartbroken, of course. Embarrassed, to be honest with you, my friend. I couldn't keep the relationship together. Couldn't keep a relationship together. People used to stay together. That's the story you hear. Back in the day, old folks, they used to stay together. Fucking muscled it out. I did a gig. There was a couple who'd been married for 32 years, right? That's a long time. I asked the bloke, what's the secret of a 32-year marriage? He did not hesitate. He went, well, mate, all the big decisions I make, all the little ones the lady makes. Right? There was a hush while we wondered what fucking year he thought it was. I went, really? What do you mean big decisions? He went, I don't know. None have come up yet. Beautiful. Beautiful. People used to fucking stay together, didn't they, back in the day? There was another story in the papers of a couple. I mean, you know this story, right? I mean, this is a universal story. It doesn't matter where you're from, right? Of a couple who'd been, they'd been like childhood sweethearts. You know the drill? They'd been married 50, 60 plus years. And of course, they're an old couple now, sadly. The lady being old had died, followed 10 days later by the man had died. And my ex, reading this, was very taken. Oh, it's such a romantic story. Such a romantic story. Oh, he probably died of a broken heart. Did he? Probably died of hunger. Of course he died of a broken heart, mermaid. I'm being fucking cynical. I'm broken-hearted. Of course I am. After 14 years, I'd be some sort of fucking mentalist if I wasn't heartbroken. I'll be honest with you, I can't drink enough to numb the fucking pain of a relationship gone south. That's the thing. And that's the British answer to trauma. Get shit-faced. That's the British answer to trauma. Get shit. Number one, binge drinkers in the fucking world. Makes me proud. However, apparently, cheers. In fact, fucking rights, cheers. Fucking rights, cheers. Skull, whatever it is. Right? Do you say skull here, or is that Norway? Skull here as well, is it? Do they say skull in Norway? Have I made that? Same thing. The number one binge drinkers in the world. This is not true, apparently, though. Apparently, the Germans drink more than us. Presumably, to forget. French drink more than us British. And the interesting thing I've noticed is that you drink just as much as us. But the interesting thing about you Swedes is that you pretend you don't. As if you're embarrassed about it. We, British people, happy to embrace our alcoholism, right? For instance, if you came to the UK, right? I mean, you know this, as Irish, I'll put us all in together, right, with the British. Drink like motherfuckers, right? And you go out in Ireland or London or whatever it is, you've probably been yourself, most of you. You'll see, after a night out, some dude staggering down the street with a traffic cone on his head. Right? Now, perhaps you guys are thinking, what the fuck is wrong with that bloke? Not us. We'll be thinking, there's a man having a fucking good night out. So go about your business, safe trip home, right? Here's the only place you drink anywhere near as much as us, right? But you pretend you don't. This is brought home to me. I tried to get into I was out with Morton, who runs this gig, right? And we tried to get into a nightclub, and the security guard took one look at us and went, how many drinks have you had? I thought he was taking the piss. Fucking loads. What are you fucking talking about? And he went, are you drunk? Yeah. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Why the fuck else would I be here? So when I didn't wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and think, oof, I fancy a samba. I'm pissed, you knob. You would never be asked that in the UK, would you? Never be asked that in fucking Ireland, would you, Tim? You could be carried into a club unconscious by your friends. The only thing security would say is, you better not be wearing trainers. So.